Let me encourage you to find in the Bible, Romans chapter 8, Paul's letter to the Romans. And you can see the page number there. And while you're looking, also pull out the notes in your program. Looks like this. And while you're looking, and keep your eyes open, I want to have some prayer. Just give you a moment of silence and pray especially that each of us would hear what God wants to say. And that could be through me or in spite of me, but I kind of like it to be through me, so pray for me as well. That I be clear and truly in tune with what the Holy Spirit wants to do in me and through me as well as yourself. But then I think this might be a good time for us to take a moment and remember, I think a great leader who passed away Friday, President George H.W. Bush. And he lived a long life of serving our nation. And even if you disagree with some of his policies and decisions, I think most people would say he did it with great integrity. He did it with a kind of humility as well as boldness. And so we want to thank God for him and ask that God be blessed in his family and comfort. So take a moment, let's pray. Father, today we thank you for President Bush and a model of leadership and integrity that he displayed. Do comfort his family. Thank you for his faith in you that leads to resurrection life. And now, Lord, as we look into your word, I do ask that we could hear you clearly. Meet us where each of us are. Take us where you and your wise love and your grand purposes would have us go. And we pray this with thanksgiving, expectation, in Jesus' name. Amen. Last spring, I was walking my grandson, Drew, and I've got a couple pictures of Drew, walking him to school with his little sister, Liddy. Now, the one on the left would be the beginning of the day. It's his first day of school, so nice big room. The one on the right is a typical end of the day picture. He's happier. Doesn't look quite as classy, but he's great. Well, anyway, we're walking to school, and for some reason we're talking about holidays, and Drew says, my favorite holiday is Christmas. I think Christmas should be every day. And I said, well, why is that? Well, you get presents every day, he said, and you wouldn't have to go to school. Okay, well, I get that, Drew, but here's the deal. I think if you had Christmas every single day, it wouldn't be as special. You might get bored with it. And there's no way you get presents every day, and you are going to school. Well, he didn't like at all my little response to his suggestion. But let me tell you where Drew had a bit of truth in his desire. And that's the kind of thing that we have a focus on, as was mentioned by Bill, an everyday and everywhere kind of Christmas. And here's what's behind that, just as Bill was saying earlier. This event called Christmas, it's just once a year in one particular wonderful season of the year. But it goes back to this event, this single event, this astounding event, which only happened once, but it is for all times. And God becoming human came to one particular place, this little village called Bethlehem, but he did so that he could be present with his transforming love everywhere and anywhere. So as we contemplate this the next few weeks, this everyday, everywhere kind of Christmas, we're going to especially focus on places where we go in our literally in our lives, in our hearts as well. But we're going to put it into the light of the places, the little places that God become human, came to and for, and why he did so. And today where I'd like to start is with this kind of question. Are there any ways, thinking of places, are there any ways where any of us feel displaced? Are there any ways where you and I feel displaced. Now, let me start with a pretty obvious example to me. That's where you regulars came in today and didn't know where to sit. Because here's the deal, I've watched this for years. Some of you are kind of flexible, you try out new areas, but a bunch of you, you've got your chair. Your name's on it somewhere. You got the tickets to prove. I don't know. And so some of you, you usually have 5 sections, and you're in section 2, row 7, 2 in. That's where you go. There's no such thing today. My spot is section 5, row 1. Carl, you almost stole my spot. But it's right here. So it's section, and I'm just anxious about this. I almost moved my chair over here. So this is section 5, row 1, seat 4. See, we messed with you today. Growing up, our family, and my mom over here will remember this, I'm sure. Our church in Denver, kind of traditional configuration, basically 2 sections. And there was an older member, Mr. Monroe. I remember him being in his 80s or so. Mr. Monroe had his spot. So, looking toward the front, it was the right section, second row on the aisle, on the middle aisle. Every single week for decades, that's where Mr. Monroe sat. Well, I had already gone off to college, and my sister told me that one day, some visitors came and arrived early and sat right-hand side, second row, by the middle aisle. Well, Mr. Monroe then came in, obviously kind of confused, a little frustrated. He just kind of walked around that section like this, looking at him. And he finally said, "Excuse me, that's where I would sit. The church was only half full. All these other places to sit." So they kind of looked around at all the empty places, graciously got up and went somewhere else. I don't think that family ever came back to the church. You see, that family had messed with Mr. Monroe that day. That kind of displacement is just a minute, tiny version of a massive reality. And that's that the whole world has been messed with. The whole cosmos has been messed with by the power of sin, of evil, of death. And it affects everything. So in all kinds of ways, we find it hard to find our place in this world. We sometimes don't even know what our place is. Now here's how the Apostle Paul puts it in Romans chapter 8. We know that the whole creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth, right up to the present time. And not only so, but we ourselves, who have the first fruits of the Spirit, groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for our adoption to sonship, the redemption of our bodies. For in this hope we are saved. Here's what I can think about. That the whole creation groans and we with it. The whole creation groans and we with it. Why? Because all the goodness that God put into the world in the first place when He created it all the goodness has been displaced. It's out of whack. It's not the way God intended it to be. And that means that everything and everyone experiences various groans, sighs, cries of displacement. Now, a lot of the time, displacements are not all that bad. Like, okay, I've got to sit in a different seat in church. Let me give you another example. Let this be kind of hypothetical. Let's say there's a guy who's had a job a long time, and he's done a good job. I'll just be more specific in the case study. Let's say it's a pastor of a church. Let's say he's been at the church. It's a great church. He's been at this church, let's just say 31 years and 5 months. Just keep going. And let's just say that it seems clear that it's time to step out of that position. And so the church forms a fabulous search team, pastoral search team, and they just go to God, they pray like crazy. They finally sense a leading that there'd be another pastor on the staff. A guy who's been, let's just say, 6.5 years he's been around. And there's been good relationships and so on. It just seems like he's a good recommendation to be pastor. Now, I'm just guessing that old guy is really grateful and feeling really, really blessed. But I'm also kind of guessing that maybe he feels kind of unsettled. Even kind of displaced. Now, he knows that, I think this guy would know that God's still got a good place for him. But he feels displaced. Now, it turns out that there's an actual person I haven't known, so if you'd like to talk to him and identify with him, I know where to find him. Now listen, for millions and millions of people, displacements are not so good. They're not so gentle. And so, for example, the fires in California. At least 80 people lost their lives. Thousands and thousands have not only lost their homes, but kind of their communities altogether. And this kind of increase of natural disasters like this, well, it was last week that the Trump administration came up with a report on global warming. The evidence is clear it's happening, and the report was full of warnings that these kinds of natural events are likely to intensify and increase. Things like these massive fires and so on. It's like the whole earth is displaced. The whole earth is groaning, like Paul says. And then, of course, there are refugees. You know how many in the world? At least 25 million people. Not just sort of homeless for a little while, but displaced from their homelands. Going to strange, even for them, harsh places with extreme challenges to adjust. Many have landed here in the United States, quite a few here in the over half of those 25 million are under the age of 18. And then, quite closer to home, here in Littleton, was it 3 weeks ago? That 170 or so under low-income seniors were displaced by one fire department. 3 weeks, they've not allowed anyone in. And some have family in the area, but the majority did not. They're in hotels, they're just sleeping here and there, and no one knows yet when they'll be able to get back in. I'm really grateful. A lot of our folks are walking alongside it right now. But so many examples of serious displacement. And so the groans of displacement and all the pain that goes with it just pervades the whole planet. Pervades the whole cosmos, and every single human being has at least some version of where down deep they're not fully at peace. Something is out of sync. Every single human being to some degree. Now, Paul compares this to the pains of childbirth. Now, I don't know how he knew what that was like. I don't as a man. But I watched it happen 3 times. Childbirth looked really unpleasant to me. And this is what Paul says the cosmos is going through. And I tell you what, displacements of any kind, friends, they've just got to be faced. We have to wallow in it, but we've got to face it honestly, truthfully, and not kind of try to ignore it or cover it up. And maybe especially in holiday times, it's important that we not let the nostalgia and sentimental thoughts just kind of cover up the reality that this world is not where it should be. Our lives are not what they could be or should be. They've been displaced. But if it faces honestly, we can also face and even embrace this, that because of what God has done, we not only have, and promises to do, we not only have groans of displacement, but also groans of hope. yearnings for hope because of what God has done and what He promises to do in His Son to make all things well. And so to use Paul's imagery here, creation's long, painful labor is expectantly waiting for a joyful birth. And what is it? It's us. It's all who simply look to Jesus. And it's the liberation of the children of God. We have been adopted if we look to Jesus in simple faith. It says that in Romans 8, 15, 16. But we're not yet in the full liberation of belonging to God through Christ. We're still waiting. But that liberation has decisively begun. It will be completed. And so, our groaning is a groaning of hope. A yearning for what God promises will happen. I really love the way that the Message paraphrase was this by G.G. Peterson. He says, all around us, we observe a pregnant creation. The difficult times and pain throughout the world are simply birth pangs. But it's not only around us, it's within us. The Spirit of God is arousing us within. We're also feeling the birth pangs. These sterile and barren bodies of ours are yearning for full deliverance. And that's why waiting does not diminish us any more than waiting diminishes a pregnant mother. We are enlarged into waiting. We, of course, don't see what is enlarging us. But the longer we wait, the larger we become, the more joyful is our expectancy. And here's where this hope takes Paul, where the Spirit leads us. The groans of displacement, the groans of hope become groans of love. Groans of love, aspirations to love, that take us alongside the displaced, bearing some of that with them. But then, by God's Spirit, stirring within them the hope that He wants to give. Now, in the very next chapter of Romans chapter 9, there's a vivid example of where Paul has been taken out of displacement. He describes that even personally in chapter 7, the displacement into hope that goes into love. So chapter 9 is an astounding statement. He says, I have great sorrow. He's thinking about his fellow Jews. He says, I have great sorrow and unceasing anguish in my heart. I could wish that I myself were cursed and cut off from Christ for the sake of my people, my fellow Jews. Isn't that amazing? I don't think I'm there. But sometimes it's not just, he really likes his people. These are not just sort of, warm feelings he's got for them. Oh, things are bad for you, I kind of feel bad about it. This is a Christ-formed compassion after years of walking with Jesus, where he says, I will step into their lostness. And he knows he's not going to lose his salvation, but that's how much compassion he has. And this is compassion, again, he doesn't just feel kind of bad, it takes him into action. It moves him to be present, to be and to give good news. We really saw this whole thing, and you see it in all Paul's letters, but we saw it in Romans chapter 12, a pivotal chapter, where Paul's talking about all that God has done now. Here's the implications for us. And so this fall, we spent a lot of time in Romans 12, and the gist of it was, God wants to move us all in with him, because he's all in for us. And part of that, really the heart of it, he'll take us all in loving people, getting alongside them. Again, to bear their kinds of burdens and to stir that same kind of hope in them. This is what the Holy Spirit does. So here's part of what I'm trying to say. This hope that displaces this hope is actually what stirs up love. This hope is what guides love. Love, genuine love, comes from genuine hope. Now, some people say, I don't quite get that. In fact, have you ever heard the saying, that some people are so heavenly minded they're no earthly good. So heavenly minded they're no earthly good. Now, I've met people like that actually. But that's not a genuine kind of looking to heaven, nor a genuine living with Jesus. So here's what C.S. Lewis has to say about this. He says that continually looking forward to the eternal world is not, as some people think, a form of escapism or wishful thinking. If you read history, you'll find that the Christians who did the most for the present world were just those who thought the most was the next. And then he gives some examples. The apostles themselves who set on foot the conversion of the Roman Empire. The great men who built up the Middle Ages. The English evangelicals who abolished the slave trade. All left their mark on earth precisely because their minds were occupied with heaven. It's since Christians have largely ceased to think of the other world that they have become so ineffective in this. And there's something to ponder. And in heaven, you'll get there thrown in. And in earth, and you'll get neither. Last thing I want to say is that these groans, especially hope and love, ultimately gifts from God. There's a line from the Apostle John where he says, "We love because he first loved." Try this one on for size. We groan because he first groans. We groan because he first groans. All eternity somehow he comes up with this plan that he knows is going to be a hell for him. He comes up with this plan out of his love for the world he knows will rebel against him. And then it gets, so it's a groaning for us, but then it's very much with us because the plan is that somehow the Son of God will become one of us. Born in a barn, wearing diapers, and a path that will take him to the hell of the cross, where he will be spiked to this torture device, where the groans will be of excruciating pain, but not just of body, but of soul, as he somehow bears the full weight of all of history's sin and evil upon himself, and the groans of more love than we can begin to imagine from every single human being that has ever lived and ever will. And so the Father and the Son groan. And then we're told, if you stay in the same chapter and go on to verse 26, we're told that Jesus is going to send his Holy Spirit with all who simply believe. And it says, verse 26, that the Spirit intercedes in us to wordless groans. Same word, wordless groans in accordance with the will of God. Yesterday I took this long walk. I just felt the need, felt unsettled, just felt the need to just kind of be with God. And I tell you, my prayer wasn't going well. I was extremely distracted and just feeling about some stuff. And yet I said, okay, you're with me. And didn't feel it that much, but just trusted that he was with me. And in a lot of ways on that almost 2-mile walk, I just was growing. And I got a reminder that these are my groans. I was praying. It wasn't a very profound prayer. I wouldn't like to be the way I pray, that to be the way I pray all the time, but isn't that amazing? When we don't know what to pray, how to pray, it says, the Spirit, he's interceding. He's interceding perfectly, according to the will of God. And it's wordless groans. Oh, well, then this marvelous chapter, you really should read this a lot, even memorize Romans chapter 8. It's a high point in the Scriptures. But it goes on to say that this very famous verse 28, in all things, no exception, in all things, God's there. God's at work, and God works for the good. The good that's defined according to his purpose, which he then goes on verse 29 to describe. But God's at work, and this work is a groaning. This work is not just, oh, he asked for help, I'll give a little bit over here. I'll do this little repair job in that person's life. This work for the ultimate good in our lives all goes back to this amazing reality that God chose to be radically displaced. Just think about that. God chose to be radically displaced from all the glory of heaven to being born in that barn, being on that path toward that hellish cross, groans crying out for his mother's milk, groans later of as bad a death as we can imagine. And then the risen one sending his Holy Spirit. But he chose to be radically displaced in one confining, even crushing place to make new all places in his time, in his way. Let me just close with two questions and with them two claims, just to ponder for a moment. And ask the Holy Spirit to help me be as concrete and tangible as possible. Where today do you feel this place? Where do you feel this place? It might be something fairly minor, but it affects your life. It might be huge. Your life's been turned upside down. But where are you feeling that today? And then include this, where do you see others displaced? It might be someone you're looking at in this room right now. It might be a neighbor, a co-worker. It might be some group of people, like, for example, refugees. Where do you see this going on? What's the Spirit getting your eyes on? And as you take, and give you a moment of silence to think about it, but then taking these, I think these are the realities. That wherever you feel displaced, Jesus has come there. Wherever you feel displaced, the living Christ is there. And I think he says constantly, come to me. In your displacement, come to me. Come to me right now, come to me. And then as you look around and see others displaced, can you believe Jesus goes there? He goes there. And I think in various ways he says, would you come with me there? My Spirit in you, would you walk alongside that person, that group? Take a moment with those questions and those claims. I'll just give you a moment of silence to let the Holy Spirit take your mind and heart where he wants to do. He wants to take it. Would you join me now in a prayer that will look on the screen? I invite you to pray the words in yellow. God's banquet is coming. The time we await, when all will gather from north, east, west, and south. Here at this table, we get a foretaste of God's banquet. This is indeed God's table, not the church's. And so all who seek to follow the way are welcome to eat and drink from it. Gathering them together in an upper room to share the story of liberation, Jesus prepared them for liberation. At the end of the meal, he took bread, blessed it, and broke it, and passed it to them, saying, "Take and eat. This bread is the body of life, broken by the world. Eat it in remembrance of me." And after that, he took the cup, blessed it, and passed it to them, saying, "This cup is the sign of the new covenant. Whenever you drink it, Remembering the birth of the child in the stable, we remember also his life, his death, and his resurrection.
We remember how he poured his love to all men. We look forward to his return and coming in peace, love, and justice.
God, with pregnant expectations, may this eating and drinking fill us with hope in a world of despair. May we be beacons of hope as we wait for the day when the world will change. Grant this taste of your banquet, which is to come, would give us a hunger for peace and justice in our community and around the world. Amen. Now, all of you are welcome to receive the bread and the cup. You can be a member of this church. All that matters is that you've opened your heart to Jesus. Even this very moment, saying, Jesus, I don't totally understand you, but I would acknowledge you as my Savior and my Lord. We're going to take the bread and cup in a different way this morning. Instead of having you go to servers, the servers will come to you. And here's how we'll do this. They'll come first with the bread, and all that's gluten-free. And we just ask them to play Christians to go ahead and take the bread and eat it at that point, remembering Jesus. And then they'll go back and get the tray of cups. And again, it comes by and just encourage you. If you want to keep the cup and leave it, that's fine. But you also said, just take the cup, drink it, remember Jesus, and place it back in the tray, and then pass the tray on. Again, all of you are welcome. Let this be time. The very presence of Jesus. To hear him say, come to me, go with me. And I hope we all can humbly, but confidently say, here I am.